The question that I asked in the daily property quiz, question 4 was, what will real estate prices do next year, 2023? I would be surprised if prices would continue to go up as they did this year. What does that mean? First of all, how much did they go up this year compared to 2021? 5 to 6%, more or less, average for Spain. We're not yet at the end of the year, so let's see how the year closes. But that's a moderate increase that we have seen after the COVID period. But will they go down? Does it mean they will go down? Not necessarily. There was an article a few days in Expansión. Expansión is the most important financial economic newspaper in Spain, daily newspaper. They talked with lots of other experts, and they predicted 0.8% increase, or kind of stable prices basically, but no drop, slight increase, nearly 1% across Spain. I think that's possible, but nobody has a crystal ball, and there's a lot of moving elements in the macro economy today. There's uncertainty, but still, I'm in the market every day, so I wanna give you my opinion, my predictions. I think prices. I wouldn't be surprised if prices were to go down by 1 to 3, maybe 4, 5%. So between 1 and 5, that's possible across Spain. But we need some context, because I'm not saying that all properties will drop by 5%. I'm not saying all properties will drop by 1%. It's not that easy. Spain is very large, geographically speaking, north, south, east, west, very large country, very diverse. So how to interpret my prediction around the prices? First of all, if they remain stable or drop 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5%, is that a lot? First question. What do you think? Is that a lot? I think no, it's not a lot. An example. A lot of people, international buyers, they go like for, let's say, a 300,000 euro property. Young people or people who buy a second residence. 1% on a 300,000 euro property is 3,000 euros. You don't even perceive that, you can't value that on the property, so it's irrelevant. 5% on a 300k property will be 15,000 euro. Again, it's a bit more different, but depends on the property, on the features, how much you like it. It's very difficult to translate that value into exact property features, tangible property features. So very relative, very minor impact. Secondly, or maybe another example, on a 1 million property, 1% is 10k, 5% is 50k. But again, in comparison, these are relatively small numbers, hard to perceive, because if you like a certain property, you like the view, you like the balcony, we know how to translate that into prices. If there's an elevator or not, has a certain price impact, but it's very difficult for you to make that judgment. Our job is to help you determine the ideal maximum purchase price for a given property, so independent from the asking price. That means as well we need to advise you when to walk away from a property when we think it's too expensive. So first part of the interpretation, is it a lot, a potential drop in prices of 1 to 5%? No, it's not a lot. Compare this to what happened in 2008, or between 2008 and 2013, which was what happened after the financial and real estate bubble in Europe, and in Spain specifically. Prices dropped by 40%, nearly half. That's a massive number. So now we're talking about fairly insignificant price movements in the market. Second part of the interpretation, it depends a lot on the geography. Spain is diverse. There's 3 main areas, segments in the Spanish market. One is big cities, Madrid, Barcelona. That are the 2 tier 1 cities in Spain. 2 is all the coast areas and the islands. That's holiday homes and second residences and so on. And 3, inland, much more local market. You can't compare these 3 segments to each other. I think the big cities, like for instance Barcelona, are much better prepared to absorb what is happening in the market today, and therefore not to show such price discount. More inland, the prices might lower a bit more. That's just how the nature of the market. So it's an adjustment. It's not a big drop. I don't think it's a crisis. It's not a bubble. No, an adjustment of the market, which is, I think, positive news, because people don't want surprises. Buyers don't want it, sellers don't want it. It's not good for the market. So what does it mean for you? If you want to buy a property, should you wait? Should you wait to buy it a few months, or shall you maybe accelerate your decision? What is best for you? 2 tips from my side. If you buy and want to finance the purchase with a mortgage, and again, there's another video on can you take a mortgage in Spain as non-resident, check it out. But if you want to take a mortgage, even in your home country, mortgage rates will probably go up. Very likely they will go up this year in December and the beginning of next year. So buying becomes more expensive. The increase in interest rates will probably be higher than the potential discount on properties because of a price drop. So it's financially more expensive to wait and buy later, even if the prices would drop a little bit in the market. The second scenario is if you don't take a mortgage, you're a cash buyer, you have the funds available for your purchase, then you can be more opportunistic and wait for the right property at the right time. But again, there depends where you want to buy. And one question you need to ask yourself, if you're a cash buyer or you take a mortgage, the prices, the percentages I'm giving here is average, okay? Means average properties, average locations, average buildings. It takes into account the very best and the very worst properties. Do you want an average property, or do you want a better than average property? In my experience, international buyers like better than average properties, and they will be less affected by market fluctuations. That's from experience. I will see every day in the market. We still see that prices have an upward pressure when Anna from our team is daily negotiating. It's very difficult to get discounts still on properties because demand is strong. I talk about Barcelona now, so take that into account. If you're serious about buying, if you want to know more, follow us, subscribe. There's a lot of content on our YouTube channel, a lot of videos. There's one specific video I would like to recommend to you, and that's a longer video where I talk about 10 mistakes to avoid when you want to buy a property. It's not theoretical, it's very practical. Tangible examples from our day-to-day work, what mistakes people tend to make, how the market does not work in Spain, and then some people have wrong expectations on how the market works, how agencies work and do not work, etc.